First, want to start by thanking NFT.NYC for providing us with this platform to talk about NFTs, especially for me to talk about what we're doing in the NFT Latin American community. My name is Alma. I go by VJ Deliria. VJ Deliria is my longest art project. I've been doing this project for about 15 years, and through this project, I explore video art, glitch aesthetics, multimedia installations, events, promotions, audio producing, and it is an amazing project that has allowed me to network and to meet so many talented people, producers, event organizers, club owners, and this project of VJ Deliria has also allowed me to transition into the NFT metaverse space with a community building mindset. It is through this project that I've been able to offer the Latin American community opportunities for them to grow their NFT and artistic experience through metaverse exhibitions. I'm a little bit thrown off because my slides are not playing, but I'm just gonna continue pushing forward. The first exhibition I did in the metaverse was under the topic of graffiti art. So this was the first Latin American graffiti exhibition I put together. And for me, it was really important to have graffiti as the first theme of the metaverse exhibitions, because graffiti serves a purpose, many purposes, but one of them is to make art accessible and available to the public. In that same spirit, I wanted to make metaverse available and accessible to the Latin American community. So I put a call for art for graffiti-inspired NFTs. I was able to collaborate with a graffiti group of people from Mexico City, and they minted their first pieces, their Genesis pieces, specifically for this first graffiti exhibition in the metaverse. So I was really happy and honored to onboard graffiti and muralist artists from Mexico via these exhibitions. The second exhibition I did in the metaverse was called Chile Diverso. And the reason why I put together that exhibition and that project was because the Ministry of Culture, Heritage, and Arts from Chile invited me to come and talk to the Chilean artists about NFTs, metaverse, and blockchain to the Chilean community within the creative economy context. So I wanted to really honor that opportunity because it's super important that a government cultural institution like the Ministry of Culture of Chile, it's super important to honor that they provided the space for artists to learn about this technology. So this Chile Diverso exhibition, it was an OpenSea collection, on cyber gallery, and a crypto voxels exhibition. And I was able to meet and collaborate with Chilean artists so that I shared a little bit of the spotlight that I had on me with them. And it was such a great opportunity to expand all of this space within Latin America. The next exhibition I put together is probably one of the most exciting concepts that I come across or I come up with. It is called NF Tribu. NF Tribu translates in English to NF Tribe. And in this group, and in this concept, I intend to form a tribe of artists that are creating art based on their culture, their heritage, and all of this, culture that we believe as Latin people has been oppressed through a process of colonization. So it is through art and through this space that we intend to decolonize our cultural mindsets and to be very proud of our heritage, of where we come from, and the history behind us. So NF Tribu intends to do that, intends to provide a platform for artists to display those types of topics. NF Tribu started off as a metaverse exhibition in the Centraland. We had our first opening reception in September. Next week, we're gonna have a second opening reception in a different gallery in the Centraland as well. And soon we are also migrating and moving to CryptoVoxels as well as Mozilla Hubs. All of these exhibitions has really allowed me to meet and work with dozens, more than 100 of different artists from different countries from Latin America. And it is the honor of my lifetime to be able to provide these spaces and to have them migrate with me to the metaverse. In addition to creating metaverse Latin America exhibitions, I am also the cultural manager for NFT.NYC. NFT.NYC is a collective of Latin American artists, and through this collective, we onboard newcomers into the NFT space. One of the amazing things that we do at NFT.NYC is we organize collective drops. And collective drops is all about building community. In a nutshell, collective drops is when we give artists a deadline and a topic. And after they meet the deadline, we begin a curatorial process where we choose which NFTs, which artwork is going to be included in our collective drop. We have the opening receptions in Clubhouse and in Twitter Spaces, and we provide the artists that opportunity to talk about their art, to explain where they came from when building the concepts. And also, we begin a marketing campaign around the collective drop to help artists get their first sale. There are many places in Latin America where access to crypto coins is very hard. So it is through these collective drops that we help artists obtain their first sale. One important thing about this collective drop concept is that all of the pieces are minted on our collective's wallet. So after we have obtained a sale, we transfer those funds in crypto coins to the artists, and therefore now they have access to crypto money where they can use that to start minting on their own. It is also very difficult for someone new to actually go through the process of minting, promoting, and selling their art. So by doing it collectively, we have been able to onboard dozens of artists this way. Also, what's the future? The future of my process and my journey through art is to give back to the community. In addition to everything that I'm telling you, I am a full-time teacher as well here in New York City. So it is a big compromise that I have to the world and to children to provide a safe place for them to live tomorrow. So it is in that spirit as well that I am part of the SDSN office in Mexico. The SDSN is the Sustainable Development Network Solution subsidiary from the UN. We are part of the SDSN Mexico, and as part of that project, I am building with a group of 12 other professionals. we are building the first nomad plastic museum from Mexico. Our intention is to deviate plastic from its route to the ocean through cultural change. As the art director of the project and as someone who's in this space, I am intending to bring blockchain and NFTs technologies to this project in order to support Mexico's 2030 agenda. As you may be familiar with the 17 global goals, one of the big important goals for us is to bring education around plastic. We do not want people to think that plastic is bad. In fact, plastic is amazing. It has revolutionized our world. Our problem is not a plastic consumption problem. Our problem is a packaging problem. It comes from factory. So we are intended to working with companies, with producers of these bottles to bring cultural change from their side point of view as well from the community's point of view. This Nomad Plastic Museum, like the word says, is nomad. So we are working with an amazing team of architects to build structures that can compartmentalize and put together and then move apart so that we can travel from different entities. I can talk many hours about everything that I told you about, but I don't want to overload you. I do want to say, if you can please scan the QR code, that is going to take you to my website where you can see more information about the exhibitions, the collective drops, and everything that I talked to you about. One more thing before I go. The last collective drop that we did was, the theme was Day of the Dead, and today is Dia de los Muertos. Woo!
Hey.
So I want to say that this collective drop was huge for us. So we were able to work with experts from the National Institute of Archaeology, Anthropology, and History from Mexico. We had archaeologists, anthropologists, philosophers, poets, and artists for the whole month of October talking about Day of the Dead from a historical point of view. We provided artists with the resources, the education for them to be inspired to create NFT art based on Day of the Dead. This drop, we just dropped it on Saturday, and all of the art is under 10 pesos. And if you support it, you're gonna be supporting the Latin American community as well as culture within this space. That's all for me today. Thank you so much for listening to what I have.